Fantasy. 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 Fantasy.
WAEN-FM Atlanta. This is Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives. Streaming online at beatbreakradiofm.com. The best part of waking up isn't Folgers. It's the Beat Break Morning Show. Start your morning off right with Sean Garvey and the crew on beatbreakradiofm.com. Reporting live from the Beat Break 87 FM studio and the Take Action News Sense, the Beat Break Morning News on Beat Break 87 FM.
Hello everyone, I'm Kendra Miller in the Take Action News Center. Here are the top stories. Missing inmate arrested at the Flynn Transitional Center. An escaped inmate has been arrested after escaping a transitional house in Atlanta, the Georgia Department of Corrections confirms. Dennis Carlisle was found and arrested after about 8:25 p.m. by East Point Police. Carlisle first went missing on Saturday while serving his sentence as a member of a special work release program that allowed him to have a job in the community. But for Carlisle, that program ended on Saturday when he didn't return to the residence. Authorities said he was convicted of robbery in 2017 and given a 7-year sentence. Road spikes damaged cars in Southwest Atlanta neighborhood. Neighborhoods in Southwest Atlanta are concerned about metal spikes they say are popping up in the road. The issue was reported near Genesee and Desoto Avenues. At least 6 people have reported damage to their tires within the past 30 days. Area residents believe that spikes have been pieces of fence that have been sharpened and someone is leaving them in the street on purpose. This news report is brought to you by the Take Action Music Inc., bringing you action through arts and entertainment, including hip-hop artist Precise. Visit PreciseVibe.com for more information. That's PreciseVibe with a Z.com. I'm Kendra Miller at the news desk on Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives.
Hey world, it's your man Precise, and I have great news. The Precise Music app is finally available for your iPhone, Android, and BlackBerry through Amazon and other app stores. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z. Go get it for all things Precise. Powered by BlackVibes.com. I tried to put it off, but I can't. It's on me. Tried to blame the other man, but I can't. It's on me. Stay in tune. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z.
Career tips and info with Coach Mo is brought to you by ftsources.com. Hey guys, so we have been talking about LinkedIn every week to help you guys with your interviewing and job searching needs. Well, today I want to talk about interview etiquette and how you can be successful. So really quickly, here's a great tip for interviewing, especially in person. So if you're interviewing in person, guys, the first and foremost thing you want to do is make sure you do your research. Research the hiring manager and the company that you're going to be interviewing with prior to your interview, guys. Make sure you're researching them on LinkedIn. Look at their Facebook page. See, the whole point of research is not just for information that you keep to yourself, but it's for information for you to get to know that person and create a rapport. For example, you may find out through research on Facebook and LinkedIn that this person really likes the same football team that you like, or maybe perhaps even went to college that you went to, or perhaps a college that your family went to. Either way, whatever the connection is, make sure you make that connection known and build a rapport during the interview. That's the whole purpose of gaining the intel, to be able to use it for your advantage. All right, guys, that is the tip for today. Research the hiring manager, find out as much as you can about him, and connect with him on the interview. The great thing about interviews is each person is a person. They're human, guys. So humans deal with emotion, and how emotional or connecting could it be if they end up finding something that they're connected with, or perhaps they are familiar with. They'll always remember that person that stated, hey, I loved Clark Atlanta University, or I loved Morehouse, or I really enjoyed my time at Spelman. How great would that be for them to remember you because you went to the school that they went to as well? Either way, however you decide to connect with the hiring manager, just make a lasting impression and be true to yourself during the interview. I have way more tips and tricks for interview etiquette, but we'll wait till next time to get into that. For now, that was Career Tips and Info with Coach Mo. Follow me on Instagram. Come on, guys, make sure you follow me, Career Coach Mo.
Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives.
Who is she?
Who is this woman I keep hearing about?
Who is she? Who is she? The radio diva herself.
Oh my God, are you talking about?
That can't be. Oh, yes, it is, girl.
Wait a minute, that is her.
Yeah, that is her.
Oh my God. Everybody.
I have to call somebody. This is amazing.
I still can't believe it's her. Can I get your autograph?
You ain't making me miss her show. Ain't nobody got time for that. D Hill Radio Show with your host, D Hill.
Keep up the good job, man. You guys are doing a great job. I hope you blow up. and become syndicated.
Call in at 404-355-8699 or 1-866-923-2860. This is D Hill.
Clap your hands. With your host, D Hill.
This is D Hill.
Clap your hands. With your host, D Hill.
Now, here's your host, D Hill.
What's up, ATL? Thank you all for tuning in to the D Hill Radio Show. We got some good topics for you today. So let me go ahead and give you the telephone number to call in, 44355-8699. That's 44355-8699. So what we're going to do something a little different today, because my intention is to give you updates of my events and DJ Rollum's event, but somehow I always forget to do that. So DJ Rollum, we're going to go ahead and start that off. What you got going on? Or what you got coming up?
Well, right now, I'm going to be – I just came in from Cincinnati. And
I saw that on Facebook.
Yeah. And Sean Garvey did his Beat Break morning show on the in Cincinnati. And then I'm about to head out to Dallas tomorrow.
Oh, wow. So y'all doing big things. I mean, we doing big things over there.
That's right.
Beat Break.
That's right.
Wow. All right. So I like hearing stuff like that.
Yeah. So I'm going out to Southern D-Town, I would say.
Okay.
Southern D-Town. I'm going to be out there for a couple of weeks. And then I come back and got a big, huge event. I got a family fair on July 1st. So,
okay.
So definitely got people coming in from out of town and all that stuff and doing that.
So family affair, this ain't no wedding, is it?
No,
okay.
It's not a wedding.
All right.
It's not a wedding. Let's just say this. She already said that we already know that you're going to be coming.
Okay.
So
all right. All right. So that's it. That's the only thing.
That's the only couple things coming up.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want everybody to follow my Facebook and Instagram. You know, my Instagram is the D Hill and my Facebook page is D Hill. Just everybody follow me, and we getting ready, prepared to do another honoring men and women in radio at the state capitol. But this time we're not going to honor any radio personalities. We're going to honor program directors.
Okay.
Yeah, because a lot of people don't know program directors are the ones that runs the show. They put the show together. They play a very important part in radio. We did not have program directors. You would not have a successful show. So I thought it would be very important that we honor program directors.
All right.
And we would like to keep Miss Nika in our prayer today. She was supposed to be here today with Raheem the Dream. He was coming as well. She's the young lady that sang background for that song he used to have out called That's Right. She used to sing Party People.
That's right.
Yeah, she used to sing that. So she got her own new CD coming out, but she was in a bad car accident today.
Wow.
So, they was on their way to the hospital when they contacted me. So, just keep her up in your prayer. She was supposed to be an opening act for a big name artist for tomorrow at the Crow's Nest. So, I know she hate that happened, but she's alive. She's alive.
Just got some minor injuries. Just minor injuries, and got to take care of that first. Take care of the body first.
Oh yeah, definitely that. So just please keep her in your prayer. Today we have a very exciting guest with us today. We have Miss Rowe in with us today, and we're going to let her tell you a little bit about her organization that she's got coming up, and also about the event that she has coming up for next Sunday. Is it 4 to 7?
Next Sunday is from 2 to 5.
Okay, I got that all wrong.
Yes.
Okay, I apologize. From 2 to 5. From 2 to 5 p.m. Okay, I just want to make sure I got the time correct, because I'm going to try my best to come and support. So, Miss Rowe, thank you for being.
I am excited to be here.
And tell us a little bit about your organization first, why it got started.
Well, my organization is called Permission to Fly. Fly meaning to fully love yourself. It was started because of an injury that I have. It's geared toward women and girls with rare medical disorders.
Okay.
And I have something called Bell's palsy, which has left me paralyzed on one side of my face. And it's taken me a long time to speak about it, to be comfortable with it. And I wanted to create something that helped other girls and women that might feel like they're less than or not as important, or that people are watching them, or things like that. And I had started this with one of my mentees. She was one of my dance students. I had a dance studio a long time ago. And she grew up and came back and started working with me. And she also had something called Erb's palsy, which causes a deformity of your arm.
Wow.
So we both struggled with that. And so that was our goal, was to do something for women. And then sadly, I called her my daughter because I loved her like she was. She was killed a year ago in a very tragic car accident. So this is my way of keeping her legacy alive. So the event we'll be doing will also be in honor of her 1 year anniversary, her heavenly anniversary also. So we're going to do a nice little tribute to her. But like I said, it's geared to inspiring and empowering women and girls to let them know that there's nothing that they can't do. It doesn't matter how society says or what they say you look like. It's mindset, first of all, and what you know about yourself and fully loving yourself. And that's how it got started. For me needing to love myself.
Let me ask you this. Were you born with that?
No, I was not. This happened to me in 2008. So I was a performer. Like I said, I had a dance studio. So I was a performer. And the fact that this causes facial paralysis. So, and let me tell you that Bell's palsy is fairly common. Like, you probably know somebody or you will know somebody that has it. It's fairly common. There's no real etiology of how it starts. Anybody can get it. But there's that 1% that doesn't recover all the way. Most people recover all the way. It's just a facial nerve infection.
Because I met you at the I Am Awards.
I Am Awards, yeah.
And even when you came through that door, I didn't know there was a difference about you until you mentioned it.
Right, and most people don't, and that's why it's about loving yourself. Because it's how you feel about you. So I feel, or at that time, really, that was really difficult for me, that people can see that I'm crooked. To me, I'm crooked. My face is crooked. And I know other people don't see that, but when I look in the mirror, that's what I see. But I've learned to love that part of me. I've accepted who I am and what it is.
Because your face is so beautiful to me.
Thank you. Yeah. But so I've had to learn to love it myself.
I had that.
You have Bell's palsy?
Yes.
Yeah, see?
Yes. In 2001 or 2, I had some kind of way I had strep throat. And I ended up with strep throat back to back. And once the strep throat got the left side of my face, so I had to take some sort of
steroids all the time.
So and like I say, I felt the same way because initially I was like, man, and it scared me because I didn't know what caused it. And I'm going through my mind of trying to figure out what all did I do or what could I have done.
Exactly.
And they couldn't tell me nothing that I did that caused it, but I guess I was one of the people that through the steroids eventually got the movement back in the left side.
But testimony, yay. See, I'm not alone.
You know, he needs to come to your event next Sunday and tell his testimony he's not doing anything.
And you need to find us on Facebook. I have Facebook Permission to Fly discussion group, and we want people to tell their stories. Because, for instance, what I'm saying to somebody else may be minor, and they're like, bye, girl, that is nothing. But to me, it stopped me dead in my tracks. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I was that person that was on stage, and now I don't have a smile. You know what I mean? And people always want to take pictures and things like that. And the smile is gone. Like, you can look at me and I look like I'm smiling, but if you tell me to say cheese, I can't do it. And that, it hurts when people say smile. I'm not going to take your picture until you smile, and then that almost always brings a tear to my eye. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can understand.
Yeah, so, I love your testimony. But, yeah, so that's what it's about.
And you know what? I've been friends. I don't know if you know Talk to the Twins, but they have their own radio show as well. And I'm just so embarrassed to say this. I've been knowing them for years. And we done hung out in everything. DJ Roll, I'm here to tell you how long ago it was that we met them. met the twins.
What was it, 11?
Yeah.
12, something like that?
Yeah, I've been knowing them for that many years. We are good friends. We talk on the phone. We hang out and everything. I had a Women in Radio event last year. And one of the twins said that she has she don't have, but she attended a function like yours. And I'm like, why? I was saying, why? I did not know she only had 2 fingers. Mm-hmm. I have never noticed that until she said it.
Never paid attention to it.
No, never paid attention.
And those are the people that we need to show people you can do whatever you need to do. We need people that are already confident like she is.
Yeah, she is.
And who she is to help the people that kind of aren't. We did something last week that's part of Permission to Fly. It was called Sister Circle.
Okay.
And it was very small and intimate, and I want to keep it that way.
Okay.
But the women that came to it, they had never spoke. Some of them had alopecia or some injury to a limb or something like that. They had never, and these women are my age, but never spoke of their issue that they had. And we sat there and we talked, and there were tears, there was laughing, there was connecting, and there was a lady there that I've known her for years, like you guys are saying, and I'm just talking about how, beautiful she looks and stuff, and I didn't know that she was going through the things that she's going through, and I'm like, but I thought we was friends. Why I don't know this? But she's like, I can't talk about it. So this is something that Sister Circle is one of the things I'm going to keep, but I want to find a way to get it into the schools for the younger kids, because we want them to, when they're my age in their 50s, to be confident women and not still feeling like they're less than. Like some of these women are just now, like me, I'm just now realizing that it doesn't matter.
Okay, so anyone could be a part of this organization who feel insecure about themselves?
Anyone.
Okay.
You can feel great about yourself. We want everybody, because if you feel great, then you can mentor.
Okay. I think, honestly, I never talked to anybody about this. I think I need to attend.
Come on.
Think that I have the most skinniest legs in the world.
Well, come on. I'm sure somebody is loving your legs every time you walk past.
I just feel I have the skinniest legs at the bottom, and my wrist is so small. People comment, they was like, your legs are so paper thin. That hurts my feeling.
Right.
I really don't want to hear that. I know my legs are thin. You don't need to remind me of that. Even though, with the twin, I remember her saying that grown people look at her and comment on her hand. Why would you do something like that? Sometimes I just feel people need to just be slapped.
Or maybe. It's always an option.
Yeah.
Maybe not a good one, but
Yeah.
The thought was there.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah. Definitely the thought is there. But, you like she was saying, grown people making comments on her hand and stuff like that. You don't do that.
Right.
In my opinion, I have to say this. Every single person has some type of deformity about themselves.
Yeah.
Either they can hide it, or they don't hide it, or ashamed of it, don't express it, or whatever. Like, okay, my deformity. I have one leg bigger than the other. And some people can really notice it. And it really is noticed when I'm smaller. Like when I was in my college days, I was much smaller. People are like wondering what was wrong with my leg. Just because it was bigger than the other. And I just have some issues with my leg, and that came from birth.
Okay.
So I don't like get on that. And then found out years later, as I was growing up, my not only my right leg is bigger than my left leg, it's longer than my left leg.
Really?
By 3/4.
Wow.
So I have to have a heel lift in my left leg.
Okay. But when you was growing up, did they pick at you in school or anything like that?
I have a whole bunch of stuff. I won't be able to make it to that event, but I have a whole testimony about some stuff that happened to me dealing with my legs and other things.
Wow.
That I still sort of live with today. I don't, talk about it or bring it up, but I still have it in my mind about it.
Right. It's still there. And this is not to diminish what anybody is going through or anybody's severity or anything. It's just about loving yourself and being okay with it. And the thing is, we're not giving you permission to fly. We want you to know you've always had the permission to fly and to love yourself. So that's what this is about, to just bring out that inner and outer confidence and be okay with who you are. And like there's steps to it. We're all a work in progress to get to where we need to be.
Oh, yeah.
But like we just heard your story. How many times have you told that and shared it?
Not too many. I have too many folks now. A lot more folks now, but a lot of them didn't know that. Only a few folks in my inner circle definitely know about it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we have a caller. Hi, caller. How are you?
Hi. Great show.
Oh, thank you.
This is Karen, and I just wanted to make a quick comment that isn't it great that there is absolutely no perfection in this life form, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
So
Absolutely.
true. So true.
Absolutely.
Yes, and
Yes.
I'm gonna stay connected to every thing that's going on with your show, all the information that you're giving out. I will listen intently and get involved.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Karen. Thank you for calling in.
No problem.
Wow, that was very positive.
Yes.
That was positive. Let me ask you this, DJ Roland. You used to work in the school system.
Right.
So did you see a lot of deformity going on? And
Well, actually, when I first started in the education back in 2001, I was a paraprofessional for special needs.
Okay.
And I dealt with cerebral palsy kids.
Okay.
The majority of them, and majority of them were in power wheelchairs, things like that. And some of them wasn't as severe as others, and had try to walk on crutches, walkers, things like that. But their spirit, I just loved their spirit.
Yeah.
Their spirit was so awesome and whatnot. And unfortunately, I did lose a couple of them over the years. It's just, but that spirit was so strong, and everything. And they feel pain just like how we feel pain. If you hear something they ain't like, or whatever, or if they're trying, they keep trying, but they can't try hard enough, and they cry or whatnot. Just take your time. That's the spirit. The spirit is I just love about that,
Right.
and everything. And they can do things. It just depends on their capabilities of doing it.
Right.
And you just got to believe in it, and hopefully that some type of God first, then some type of medicine can help them exceed to I guess other doctors saying like, I don't think he or she is going to be able to do this, blah blah blah. But some of them may get able to do it.
Right.
yeah, that's so true. And I think it's a lot to have to do with the parents too.
Oh yes.
Yeah, because my neighbor, I've been living over there over 20 years, and it's sad because I don't really notice things. And she would always play with my nieces, who's like maybe 12 or 13. So I'm thinking that she's like 15 herself. I did not know that this was a grown woman, like 35 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, I did not know that, because I would always see her playing with the little kids. I didn't know anything was wrong with her or anything.
Right. Well, like I said, this is hopefully will grow. I think when you start a foundation, you have to stay kind of specific in what it's meant for.
Yeah.
But it's not meant to stay in this little circle of just these alopecia, albinism, vitiligo, just that. I want it to grow. Like, I need some physicians, because we're about advocacy.
Okay.
So I need medical people on the board. I need people that can educate and speak to anybody. You can be an accident. I broke my neck, so I get that on a whole other level too of trying to rehab and things like that. So it's not just that. We're wanting to enhance and empower
and uplift
everybody.
Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
And you have an event coming up next Sunday.
We do. It's called Permission to Fly, the brunch edition. It's our second annual, even though we're just launching. This is when Ashley, who was my daughter-in-love, I call her my daughter-in-love, like I said. It's like a play on mother-in-love and mother-in-law. But I raised her as my dance daughter since she was 8. But anyway, so we did it back then, but this is our first one without her.
Okay.
So it's June the 11th. It is
next Sunday.
2 o'clock. It is a brunch, vision board brunch. So it's $25 in advance. That $25 gets you all your vision board material. It gets you an awesome brunch by Chef Kevin Allen, unlimited mimosas. We've got 2 awesome speakers. I'm going to be speaking Kelly Beatty and Devin Johnson, and then Pastor Sabrina McKenzie is going to be our host for the day. And then we're going to do a salute to Ashley, a balloon release for her as well. And we've got vendors going to be there, and it's going to be at the Performers Factory off Butner Road, right off Camp Creek, near Camp Creek Parkway.
Okay. So I know for a fact I will be sharing this on Facebook and also my Instagram as well. So I will be reaching out to a couple of people, but I don't want to reach out to the wrong people. Anybody I feel have a dysformative or whatever. I want to reach out to the right people. So what are like
the things that we have mentioned are vitiligo, albinism, lupus, rosacea, alopecia, Bell's palsy, Erb's palsy, whatever whatever it is that makes you feel like that people make you feel like you're less than.
Okay. All right.
You may not feel that way, but like I said, we're looking for people that are already empowered that can help to empower.
Okay. So me with my little skinny legs, I just need to stop being a big baby.
Or just love yourself. Love your legs.
I love mine.
Yeah. I love mine, but this wouldn't be an event for me.
It's an event for anybody. Like I said, it's for anybody that wants to come and share and just feel empowered by hearing, just like how you feel.
Yeah.
That's what it's about, is how you feel.
Okay.
So if you want to speak on how you feel, then that's what we're trying to do. Get out whatever it is that you're feeling. Okay. It's like I said, it's like you got to go through this storm of what you're feeling. Feel whatever it is you're feeling to get to the next phase of accepting what it is, to get to the next phase of being able to speak about it and make somebody else empowered by it.
Okay.
And so, yeah, come on.
So, and you wrote a book or either a bio, A New Twist to a Dream.
Yes. So I guess what you could call a serial entrepreneur. I didn't really know I was, but I am. So when I first moved here some 20 years ago, I was in a major car accident. I broke my neck. I moved here to kick my dance career off.
Okay.
And then I broke my neck, and like a year later, I was hit by an 18-wheeler, ruptured the disc in my back. So the doctors had said I should never dance again, don't have any more children. So we know all the glory goes to God. And I opened up a dance studio. I had another child, and I did that for 10 years.
Wow.
But eventually the pain just got to be a lot, and I needed more surgery. And so the last surgery left me feeling like really worse than I was before and caused me to have to close my school.
Okay.
So my thing, Create a New Twist for Your Dream, is I opened up a dance wear store, Miss Rose Dance Closet, located at 3761 Main Street in College Park.
Okay.
But that keeps me in the dance world. It lets me still mentor, be a part of the performing arts, be a part of the community. So creating a new twist to your dream is just staying within the realm of what it is that you're passionate about.
Okay.
But since I couldn't dance the way I wanted to, this is my way of staying up in the mix of the dance world. So I opened up Miss Rose Dance Closet.
Okay.
I think I've seen that on Main Street.
That is me.
Because I was like, just wondering about that store. I'm always passing by it, and I'm like, I wonder what that store is really about. I wish I'd known that.
That is me. We are actually the only dancewear store of its kind, brick and mortar, in South Fulton County.
Oh, okay. Yep. Wow. Congratulations on everything.
Thank you. It'll be 5 years in August. So I need to thank my mom because she's always there supporting me, running it when I'm not there.
Let me ask you, is the alopecia?
Alopecia?
Alopecia.
That's when people go bald.
Okay. All right. Wow. I'm hearing about that, especially like in a lot of black women. Now, do they know a cause for that, the reason behind that?
I have not found a cause. That's why I said I'm doing research, but I need some medical professionals on board so we can also advocate for everything.
Okay.
So I don't know all of the all of the different disorders. I know Bell's palsy. I can tell you all about that one.
Okay.
But I don't know all of the other ones. So we're searching to get a dermatologist or a neurologist or somebody like that would really want to work with us and be part of the organization for people when they have those kind of questions, and so that we can be of service to people. Yeah.
All right. Wow. So once again, give everyone your social media account, and once again, the Eventbrite to purchase your tickets.
Okay, so the Eventbrite is, I don't have the ticket in front of me, but it should be eventbrite.com/permission to fly. Our Facebook is...
She put her glasses on.
I'll put my glasses on. What happens? Yeah, eventbrite.com, permission to fly. And you should be able to get your tickets there. You can look us up on Facebook at Permission to Fly. Also, Miss Ro's Dance Closet, and that's Miss Ro, MS.RO''S. So Miss Rose. So my name is Roshawn, and the kids affectionately call me Miss Ro. And that's Miss Ro's Dance Closet.
All right. Okay. And I mean, you got the entrepreneur spirit all in you. So not only do you own Miss Ro's Dance Closet, you also help people establish credit and become financially, I guess, free.
Financially free.
Okay.
Yeah. I work with a company called My Econ, and we teach you about income shifting.
Okay.
We can also help you get your credit together. So you can look that up at howtoshiftyourincome.com and get all the information on that you need, or you can look it up on my website. That would be missro.myecon.net. You can get all the information. We can help you get your credit straight. We can show you how to shift your income and bring home more money in your check if you are a W-2 employee, and show you how to invest your money.
Okay, we have a caller, but I just want to say this is 2017. It is no excuse for folks to be walking around with bad credit today.
Nope.
Hi, caller. How are you?
Hi, this is Sharon again, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with your legs. And now, will you be needing any volunteers for your event? Because, I'm accepting of everybody.
I think that we're booked on volunteers, but if you would like to come volunteer, I would love to have you come down and volunteer with us that day. I'd be more than happy.
Thank you. You made my day.
We will be looking for you, Sharon.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I hope to meet you too, Sharon. So I'm going to try my best to definitely get out there and support.
Yeah.
You will.
Thank you so much.
I look forward to meeting you guys.
All right. Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Man, that's awesome.
It is.
That's awesome.
It
That's
is.
awesome, man. If more and more folks taking the time to, I mean, she may not even have anything particularly wrong. She just want to be out there and support the event and come out and volunteer to see what she can learn to help somebody else that she may know that may not be able to come to the event. To help spread the word, and that's the key thing, and help spread the word. And also learn so you can just teach somebody else on how to handle,
be kind.
and love yourself. Yes. Stop reading all this negativity just because they have a visual something like what's wrong with that person. Just like we're talking about the twins, grown people talking about her hand and all that stuff. I'm like, really? Come on.
Yeah,
and if she hid it for so long, I personally didn't even know.
Yeah,
I knew she had some. I was because her sister told me, but I'm like, where? I mean, I didn't see nothing, and I'm like, she hid it. Unless you put it out, I'm like, really? I mean, come on.
Yeah,
everybody, and like I said earlier, everybody has some type of deformity about it. It may not be as visual as others, but still, if you have it on your body itself, or definitely in your head, because we definitely have a bunch of those out there.
I don't know if we're working with them yet. That's another group. We need a different doctor for them.
Exactly.
But get some help if you need it.
Yes, definitely. Yes. So going back to the credit, building up your credit.
Correct.
So what exactly that you all do to assist people in building up their credit?
So there is two different platforms you can do. you can come in on the section where the company actually can take care of it for you.
Okay.
Like write your letters and do this and that, but there's a fee for that.
Okay, a small, very small fee.
Right. And then you can actually join My Econ, the company.
Okay.
Which actually makes you an entrepreneur right then. And they will provide you with the letters and things that you need to do, and you can kind of handle it yourself a little bit. So it just depends on how active you want to be. And
or how bad you want your credit
what you
clean.
Do. Correct. So, yeah.
Okay. So we have another caller. Hi, caller. How are you?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
Hi.
Good. Thank you for calling in.
Hi, Miss Rowe. My name is Tracy, and I'm just calling in just to say this is a very, fantastic thing that you're doing for awareness for everybody. I think it's a fantastic thing. And actually,
Tracy.
I'm looking forward to attending your event.
Yay!
I can't wait until next Sunday.
Yay! Thank you, Tracy. We appreciate you and your support. Glad you called in.
Okay, and just keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Because everybody needs it, So
Definitely.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
All right. Thanks, Tracy. Hopefully I'll see you next Sunday.
Okay, bye-bye.
Man, just keep coming with all this great support and all that stuff. That's
It
what
feels
that's
awesome. It's awesome. It's just something I just out of love that I'm doing, just because I know how I felt about myself, and it's been a lot. It's been a lot.
I can imagine.
And it's hard when something happens to you when you're grown, like not just grown up, but I was 40 something. So that was really difficult because you're used to doing and being, and then all of a sudden you gotta go to work and you're like, people are staring at you like. And there's so much more than just being paralyzed. It's like you hear really loud.
Okay.
Or when you eat, your eyes run or your nose runs. It's probably why I can't get a second date. But because, it's like, she just always running.
See,
so
that was my biggest thing. I don't even think it was what other people was doing, looking at. It was what I couldn't do.
Right.
Like trying to blink the left on my left side and trying to. I couldn't whistle and trying to
Still
just
can't
do.
whistle.
Yeah, it's just that's what bothered me more than anything.
Right.
And I started wearing sunglasses so that just so I could think that I was But yeah, I definitely understand what you're going. Because like I said,
I'm so loving talking to you right now.
And the crazy thing is, you're the only other person that I have ever met that has.
Really?
Wow.
Yes. So I definitely.
There's a lot of us.
and it's crazy because I guess because it was just I'm a man, and we ain't gonna talk about it because I'm trying to figure it out, and then I don't want to meet. I didn't want to meet anybody new because I didn't want nobody asking me what was going on.
Right.
Because I can't explain. I'm left side of my face I can't use. But I can't tell you why I can't use it, and it was crazy.
It's just crooked.
Yes.
Yeah.
So do you feel that you're going to be 100% cured?
No, I'm not. This is me. That's why. That's the whole thing.
This is your prime example right here.
This is me. This is what I'm accepting. That's what I'm saying. I accept that my face is paralyzed, that I don't have the smile that I used to have, that even though this is how you see me because this is your first time really seeing me, but it's not the face I remember.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? But this is what you see. So, my mother always tells me, she says, there's nothing wrong with you. But to me, but no, this is what it is. And I'm good with it now.
All right. Since you met somebody that has been 100%.
I met a lot of 100% cured.
Okay.
I'm like,
all right. So
why did medicine work for them?
So I'm just saying, don't give up. You never know what may happen in the next 2.
That is very true. There's
years.
exercises that I still do and things like that. And a lot of people that have it, they do Botox. And so, like, the people that can't see me right now, this is not a frown line right here. This is the deformity. This is where my paralysis kind of starts, like here.
Okay.
So that's what that is. Because, see, I don't have it on this side.
Okay.
So people do Botox to straighten out. Like, this side, my forehead doesn't wrinkle. don't think I can. It's just a lot of weird stuff.
Okay.
But they do Botox, and you would never know.
Oh, wow. Okay, never knew that. Okay, wow. Well, we want to thank you so much for coming in on the D Hill Show and sharing your testimony.
Oh, well, thank you. I just want to send a shout out to the lady that had the accident. Okay. My prayers go up to her because I know she was supposed to be here.
Yes.
So I wish her well.
Thank you.
I know that something even better and bigger is going to come her way, even though she's missing her concert tomorrow.
Yeah.
She's going to it's going to happen. So
it is. Thank you.
My thoughts for her.
Yeah, I would definitely tell her PR person that. But thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Oh, it's been my pleasure.
Anything else besides the event next Sunday you got coming up? Anything else?
Just remember to come check out Miss Rose Dance Closet. Like I said, you can look us up at MissRoseDanceCloset.com. And I think that's it. Just a shout out to my family. I love y'all.
What's the address of your place? On
3761 Main Street. We are directly across the street from the College Park MARTA train station. You got to cross over the railroad tracks. But we're right there.
All right.
That's for all your ballet, any kind of dance wear.
All right. So definitely, the D Hill Radio Show definitely supports everything that you do or going to do. And once again, want to thank you for coming on, sharing your testimony, telling us about the event and everything. So after we come back from the song, we're going to go into our hot topic where we talk about stuff that's on the street. And you're just welcome to stay with us to give us your opinion.
Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives.
Stay tuned. Sports Report. It's all coming up next on Beat Break Radio.
Hey world, it's your man Precise, and I have great news. The Precise Music app is finally available for your iPhone, Android, and BlackBerry through Amazon and other app stores. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z. Go get it for all things precise. Powered by BlackVibes.com. I tried to put it off, but I can't. It's on me. Tried to blame the other man, but I can't. It's on me. Stay in tune. That's Precise Music. Music is spelled with a Z.
Horrified diners hit from attackers with a massive knife. Inmate arrested at the Flynn Transitional Center. I'm Kendra Miller at the news desk. Now here's Biscuit with your look at sports and weather updates.
In the BB mobile app Sports and Weather Center. Here's your look at sports and weather update on Beat Break 87 FM.
Hey, it's your boy Biscuit, man. I'm back here with the sports update, man. Y'all already know what's going down. It's the finals. It's the NBA finals. Hey, man. Hey, LeBron, the Cavs, they are down. They are hurting. 2-0, they are down. KD look like the best player in the league right now. Y'all don't care what nobody say. He's coming to play. Curry's coming to play. The Warriors are coming to play. They up 2-0 right now. They hitting the road. They finna go to Cleveland. Everybody trying to say it's going to be a sweep. I can't knock King James like that, man. It's King James, like I said. You can't knock him. He got his back against the wall. I know he's going to come out swinging. He's at home. He should be comfortable. He's got his fans behind him. I'm not going to sit here and knock him down. Kyrie got to step up a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, we watching close. I don't want to say the broom's coming out just yet. Like I said, you got King James on your team, but KD is definitely playing like the best player in the league. And also, we got the Stanley Cup Finals, man. Y'all got to watch the Stanley Cup Finals, man. Hockey is going crazy right now. You got Pittsburgh Penguins versus the Nashville Predators. Hey, Pittsburgh lead the series right now, 2-1. I'm rooting for Pittsburgh, but, hey, again, you can't knock them. Nashville didn't make it to the Stanley Cup Finals for no reason. So, hey, man, y'all stay tuned. Watching that, y'all stay tuned with the sports. I'm going to keep you updated with the sports. I got to bring the weather to you, man. Here's the weather update. Friday, hey, mostly sunny, high 88, low 71. So, it's going to be a very sunny day on Friday. Saturday, it's mostly sunny again, high 88 again. The low is 71. And on Sunday, hey, the same thing. We're going to have a good weekend this weekend, man. Hey, it's time to grill. Bring your grills out. It's looking like a good weekend this weekend, man, with the weather. This sports and weather update is brought to you by BV Mobile Apps. Make it easy, make it mobile. Visit bvmobileapps.com to get your app customized today. I am Biscuit on Atlanta's new underground station, Beat Break 87 FM, where music and talk radio lives. I'm out of here. I'm going to catch y'all next time.
We specialize in creating mobile apps for the entertainment industry. Go to bvmobileapps.com, click Get Started Now, create your account, choose your package, upload your content, and click Submit. BV Mobile Apps. Make it easy. Make it mobile.
Listen to Beat Break 87 FM on the go. Download the Beat Break 87 FM app from the app marketplace, including Amazon, Google Play, and the App Store. View photos, videos, and Beat Break 87 shows on your mobile device. Download the Beat Break 87 FM app now for free.
I remember the moment.
I'll never forget that moment.
As long as I live.
As long as I live.
A storage tank ruptured, and for miles, chemicals were pushing up against the riverbanks.
This was a big, big deal, and it was going to have serious impact on communities up and down the river.
I remember the moment this local guy came up to me and said, "They call the guard out for this stuff?"
You probably thought we were all about hurricanes, tornadoes, fighting Mother Nature.
Hey, it's a chemical spill. It's a disaster.
It affects the water supply, threatens wildlife.
We're talking about the health of entire communities and people's livelihoods.
You bet we're ready for these kinds of things.
We were out there with booms to prevent the spill from expanding.
We're responsible for protecting and monitoring the sensitive wetlands.
I also remember the moment that same guy came up to me and said, "I don't know what we would have done if they hadn't called the guard up."
Learn more about how you can protect your friends, families, neighbors, and the environment. Everything that makes up your community. Go to NationalGuard.com.
Sponsored by the Georgia National Guard. Aired by the Georgia Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Hey everyone, this is LaVon, and we'd like to welcome you to our new radio show, The Vibe with Vaughn. So come vibe with us each and every Sunday from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Beat Break 87 FM and BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
Beat Break Radio FM, Atlanta's new underground station. Online 24/7 at BeatBreakRadioFM.com.
What's up, ATL? Thank you all for tuning in to the D Hill Radio Show. We got two hot topics we're going to be discussing today. So we're going to be talking about Bill Myers. I'm not pronouncing his name correctly.
Yeah, Bill Myers.
Bill Myers, the comment that he made. And also we're going to be discussing, DJ Rowland going to be discussing Donald Trump. Mess he got going on.
Yeah, P. Trump. Yeah, that's what I call it, P. Trump.
All right, so before we do that, we got a caller. Hi, caller. How are you?
Okay, last call, I promise.
Okay.
Hi, Sharon.
I know where your shop is. It's near that cupcakery because I walked by one day and no one was there. And I was looking in the window and I said, what an interesting shop.
Well, we're closed on Sundays and Mondays.
Okay.
Yeah. And did you say something about Dr. Denmark?
I don't think we mentioned anything about Dr. Denmark.
Okay, all right then. I'm gone. Go ahead with hot topics.
All right. Sharon, make sure you call in anytime you want to, okay? Yes. Especially during the hot topics.
I love your show.
Oh, thank you.
All right.
All right, so Bill Myers was talking to a senator, and the senator invited Bill Myers to his home and told him that he could work out in the fields. So as a joke, Bill Myers said, "Work out in the fields? I'm a house Negro." So Black Lives Matter and a couple of other organizations saying that he could be kicked off of TV for making that comment. So how do y'all feel about that?
I'm cool with Bill Maher.
I love him.
I'm cool.
I love him.
And the people, if I'm talking about us African Americans that know about him, he was doing this type of comic, doing his comedy skits and all this stuff before Obama got in office.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And people got to make sure they remember that and whatnot, because I'll be upset that if he gets kicked off just because of that, because he wasn't derogatory us. He was representing himself.
Definitely himself.
So if you asked a black person that same question, you would have said the same thing.
Yeah.
Just because he's white, they have a problem with it. He wasn't derogatory us. It's when you say stuff like what's that that Southern that Savannah chef, that woman. I can't think of her name.
Why can't I think of her name?
Yeah,
I just said it the other day.
Paula Dean. Paula Dean. She was talking about her employees using the N word. That's derogatory because she was talking about her employees. Bill Maher was saying, if I was, and then we would have said the same thing as a black man. There's no way I would have said I would be doing what someone asked me to do, that in referring to being a house N word. So no. No.
Yeah, and you know, like I said, he's been married to a beautiful black woman. I never seen him date anything else but a black woman, and I doubt that he would do anything to put his black beautiful queen down.
Right.
If he thought that would hurt her feelings or anything, I'm pretty sure he would not have said anything like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I like him. I'm just feeling that if we're gonna get rid of the N-word, then we need to get rid of the N-word. If we keep telling us not to say it, then nobody can say it, especially, somebody that's not black.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I don't think he meant anything by it. I like him, but I'm just talking about the word itself.
Yeah.
If we're trying to get rid of it, then we got to get rid of it. But other than that, I wouldn't be like, oh, fire him or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah, because, at work or either social gatherings, I hear the word from us 24/7.
Exactly.
Right. All the time. All the time.
You say the N word and the B word a lot.
All the time.
It's a trip, but he should not get, wherever how HBO does it, whatnot, he should not be cut off because of that and whatnot, because it wasn't derogatory against us. If you look at the content, how it was said, he was talking about himself and whatnot. He was not, and anybody that knows about Bill Maher and knows his history and stuff, they were probably like, why? Why? What are you going to represent him? He been on that, excuse me, on HBO for so many years. Why?
Yeah.
And you're going to lose a lot of viewers and all that stuff because of this.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Right, yeah.
Definitely. Because like I say, the black folks love him. So we're going to move on and talk about your uncle, Donald Trump.
Oh, name my uncle. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
I really don't follow him. Not because I don't want to, because my schedule is just so busy. And the only time I know that he's doing something, even with the Russian letter, whatever he did, I just hear my coworkers talking about it. So what is it that he did this time that got your fuse boiling hot?
Well, I was trying to pull up the actual article, and I couldn't really pull it up. But basically, there is a coalition of countries that are trying to work on climate change.
Okay.
And it's like nearly 200 countries, like 195 countries are coming together to figure out how to or put in the effort to do some type of climate change.
Okay.
And the United States was one of them that has to make their final decision. And it wasn't a deadline. So when he said this, basically on this past Thursday, June 1st, I believe, he said that the United States is not going to join in with the rest of the other countries to help deal with climate change. He's using this as a business opportunity, the way he was expressing it, and no media person has said that. If you really listen to how he's saying it, he's talking about negotiate. Okay. I always use negotiate. Negotiate is really a business term.
Right. Okay.
And everything. So he thinks that we can negotiate. No, you didn't read the fine print, because the people who are in charge of this program say, no, you can't negotiate. So since you're pulling out, we know what you're going to be doing. But then other individual entities said across the country, just because he said no, we're still going to participate in their own particular way. Because CO2, if everybody understands what CO2 is a very powerful element that is increasing the temperature of the earth by burning fossil fuels and everything. So yes, fossil fuels that goes in our car and all that stuff, yes, that is to help increasing the heat. That's why we have all these crazy summers and these crazy winters in certain parts of the world. Okay. And he doesn't want to participate in that because he thinks it's going to affect the other, like coal miners and whatnot. And if you understood about coal mining, it still affects the lungs and all that type of stuff. They haven't put any more, I would say, in care of the workers to watch out what to do and everything. They haven't done that, and people still dying in those coal mines to this day. But he doesn't. You think it's going to affect the manufacturers of coal mines and other things that create some type of environment hazard. In the long run, and that's sad that he doesn't want to do that, and everybody's criticizing on him about that. And I mean, it's another cover up because of what they're going to start doing next week about the Russian talks.
Right.
So that's all another cover up and whatnot. So, hey.
So, 2 other countries are not participating as
the
well,
other countries that are not participating are the ones that we get oil from.
Okay.
Like Syria.
Okay.
Over there in Iraq area, those countries are not participating. Countries that are definitely participating are like the England, Germany, those type of countries. As long as they're not producing a large amount of fossil fuels, they're going to join in. But since we sort of make a lot of fossil fuels here and purchase it across in other countries, that's why he thinks it's going to affect those type of workers. So it's like if you work in the gasoline industry, BP, Chevron, whatever, Citgo.
All his rich buddies.
All his buddies. But see, most of that stuff is coming from overseas anyway.
Right.
So he's looking at all that money and stuff, and he's thinking, without doing any real research, he thinks it possibly may increase oil prices again, which is not, because they're already making new ways of fuel anyway without using those type of fossil fuels. If you have been paying attention, they started that about 4 years ago. Why do you think they had, and they also said too, California is that main state that has the most electric cars going. That's where it's going to electric cars. They're not using that. So everybody's fussing at that. And I'm getting, everyone, people nickname him 45 and whatnot. He is going to be unclassified as the worst president in American history because he's already heading that way.
I had an electrical car once, that Toyota. That thing didn't work out too good for me.
You didn't?
No, I didn't like that. It's like when you be on the expressway, it lose power.
Well, I don't know how electric cars work. I haven't researched
but
it.
But that was just the one that I had. It was when they first came out. I'm pretty sure they done upgraded and everything now.
Because it's probably it's not able to handle high speed.
Okay.
You got probably because of that, it's able to handle city type of traffic, so you won't be burning it up and causing any damage to the ozone layer.
Yeah, I had them put my because they had a big lawsuit going on. And a class action lawsuit. I had them put my little name in about my little Toyota and everything, saying how dangerous it was. So they brought me back and told me that I would be getting a settlement. I got $26.
What kind of settlement?
That's when Toyota was causing all them accidents. So they had to spread that with the millions of other folks. All right, so what we got, a minute and a half, Mr. Producer? I like that T-shirt. I want that Angela Davis T-shirt. All right, so we got a minute. So once again, make sure that you all go to the Eventbrite and attend this event on next Sunday between 2 and 5. And it's with women and girls with rare medical conditions. I want to make sure that I'm mentioning that right. And it's called Permission to Fly. So if they go on Eventbrite under Permission to Fly, they'll be able to pull it up.
Correct.
And the tickets, advanced tickets, are only $25. So make sure that you get your tickets. And once again, DJ Roll'em.
Going out to Dallas. So I will be out there doing my thing with Beat Break Morning Show with Sean Garvey, doing our thing out there. And I will return and doing my big family affair on July 1st.
All right. And I am so jealous. And I just want to thank everyone for tuning in to the D Hill Radio Show.